If you'd like to try what we make at Superstition, it's as easy as going to our website, superstitionmeadery.com, clicking on Web Store, and you're shopping. Make sure you follow us on social media because we release new products almost every week, and you might just find your next favorite craft beverage. Cheers. So, Devin, we have two brand new barrel-aged variants of one of my favorite things in the world, not just that we make, but period, and that's Aphrodisia. So we have two bottles here of mead that I've never tried since it's been bottled. Clearly approved it before we went to this part of the process, working together as a team. But these are what I think will be two of my favorite things I've ever had, because so far, as we've been making Aphrodisia for years, and really, I mean, if you think about all of the different sort of review sites out there and some Mazer Cup medals, we've gotten probably more recognition for this, maybe tied with the White Series over time. So we have a sherry wine barrel aged version of Aphrodisia, which is a red wine grape piment where we take California Cabernet and California Syrah grapes, and we ferment those with Arizona honey. Some folks would call that in the mead world a no water melomel, meaning it's just fruit juice and honey. So very expensive to make, and the results are worth it.
Yes.
For me, this is probably, and I imagine this cherry brandy one, the closest thing to port that you can really make.
So I tasted port. That's initially when I tasted this product and it came out of barrels. It just rang as a port wine, and it really it's spectacular. It's touch sweet and it has a lot of perceived sweetness, but I really like how it finished.
Cool. Well, let's start with the sherry and see how we're doing. I know for you it's sober October, or it was.
It was.
All right, well, hey, cheers to a sober week of October.
Yeah.
Wow, the nose on that is just beautiful. It's vinous, which is a fun word to say because it sounds like a vine, but it's a way of saying like wine-like. So it's vinous. And Aphrodisia always is to a degree, but I can get that sherry barrel. I feel like it's a little bit of my imagination and a little bit of my nose working together at the same time.
It certainly picks it up, though.
It's just a beautiful, rich color. And this isn't the kind of thing that would add alcohol to our product, like a spirit barrel often. You'll see a little boost sometimes. What a killer nose. Hey, cheers, dude.
Cheers.
It is so elegant. You know, sometimes I'll get whatever the barrel flavor is in the middle or in the finish, or it hits you later. I get that sherry wine right up front. And then for me, it kind of disappears. I'm tasting what I know as Aphrodisia in my mind, and then it comes back in the finish.
Yep.
Are there any fruits that you get that's not obviously grapes or wine grapes?
I get a little bit of pomegranate. But that's really it's heavy grapes. But I do get a little bit of pomegranate on it.
I get a little bit of tart cherry.
Well, if you think that's gonna have some sherry on it, just wait.
So sherry is a wine that is often gonna have some oxidative properties as part of the stylistic component of that wine. And I'm getting a little bit of oxidation, but that pleasant micro-oxidation that you would want from something that's been in a barrel for a while. Yeah, it's really nice. It lends a layer of complexity in the flavor, the aroma, the mouthfeel. And that's the reason why I love port. I love especially tawny ports that have that oxidative characteristic, which can sometimes present as nutty, but I'm not getting that here.
No, it's very fruit forward, has a good tannin backbone. It's really pleasant though.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's like a port, but you're right. The tannins in this, not so much the alcohol for me. I expect that it'll happen in the next variation, but yeah, just the tannins and the acid balance is so nice. And that's characteristic of the Superstition style. Sure. We do things that are over the top sweet on purpose. We do things that are dry on purpose, but this sort of semi-sweet for a mead judge, right? Like a wine drinker would say you're crazy. They all know that's just sweet. But for me, this would be in that semi-sweet world because it has such a beautiful balance. All right, let's see. This is the first time we've ever used a cherry brandy barrel to do anything. We're getting some really creative barrels these days. The secondhand market, that barrel broker world, has never been finer to be a part of.
All right.
Very similar color. Oh wow, totally different nose.
Yep.
It smells like a cherry dessert.
Yeah, and where you saw tart cherries before, I definitely get more sweet cherries on this.
I get that, like when you cut into a cherry pie, fresh out of the oven, and that the wafting aroma of cherry and spice hits your nose. I'm getting that just from the smell. All right, I can't take it anymore. Wow, that is
Yeah, that's incredible.
decadent, but again, still balanced. This time, yes, there's some tannin and acid, but I'm getting a little bit more of the booze from that cherry brandy component.
There's definitely some booze, a little acid, and then just, yeah, cherry pastry.
All right, do you get anything in the flavor aroma profile that's not fruit? Like I get a little bit of like leather and tobacco.
Yeah, I was gonna say something more earthy. I can't quite put my tongue on it, but there's definitely an earthy component to it. Tobacco is a good answer for that.
Yeah, I would say there's a minerality. You know, almost like a you can sort of taste limestone in certain wines when you're trying to, you know, assess the terroir and where it came from, and you get like it's just a minerally taste, but it supports the structure. Well, people are gonna love that.
Yeah, this is gonna sell well. This is a great product.
Cool. Cheers.